Well, to shed more light on this topic, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Ramzi Estino, Egypt Agricultural Chancellor in Italy, or Agricultural Attaché in Italy. Good afternoon, Dr. Estino.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Estino, could you tell us the importance of choosing Egypt as a member of the International Fund for Agricultural Development for the years 2021 until 2024?
Yeah, this shows trust in Egypt as one of the largest countries in Africa. We also it shows that the respect to us as a country that contributes in effect since a long time, and they respect us.
Yes. So what is the main role of the International Fund for the Agricultural Development?
The main goal for this international fund is to support developing countries and the poorest of the poor, to make them able to overcome crises as the COVID-19 and the environmental hazards, and also to reduce poverty and to reduce the hunger.
Yes.
Basically, in the poorest of the poor countries, their contribution to the African continent is almost 50%. They help small stakeholders so as not to have money as donations, but to have money to improve their livelihoods and to make them more producers, because these small stakeholders produce around 30% of the world's food.
Yes.
So they help basically in development and how to make the people in better conditions and how to improve their livelihoods and to increase their incomes. Their target now is around 20%, and by 2030 they want to have this target increased up till 30%.
Yes. Yes. So, Dr. Estino, what is the role that Egypt can play through its membership in the International Fund for Agricultural Development?
You know, there are two issues. Through this organization, Egypt gets support,
yes,
to improve the livelihoods and to improve the standards of living and to enhance the development of very small stakeholders so as to be more productive and more self-dependent.
Yes.
Also, it helps these small stakeholders to overcome the unfavorable weather conditions through projects like ASAP and ASAP Plus. They help these people, these vulnerable people, to be able to overcome these hazards. In addition, Egypt, with its experience, goes into the meetings and help in finding the best practices for developing countries and poor countries to gain what we achieved from our experience. We have a very rich experience, like this prime project that took place in Upper Egypt, where there were funds for ladies to transform them to business ladies. There are some who started making their own bakery and selling these bakeries and making sure that this bakery and also milk products are very safe and with no hazardous additives. And these businesswomen started to be able to help their husbands and to improve their livelihoods. Plenty of experience could be achieved from Egypt. Plenty of through discussion, we could help other nations to overcome these bad situations and to reach better conditions.
Yes, Dr. Estino, what is the return to Egypt and Africa, or how can Egypt make Africa benefit from its presence as a member of the International Fund for Agricultural Development?
You know, first of all, Egypt is a member of the Africa Group in the FAO, or what we call it, the Food and Agriculture Organization, and the leadership was for our ambassador, Mr. Hisham Badr. So, also in this organization, we help the African countries and support them in discussions. And we present all what we have from knowledge and experience for Africa, because Africa is our roots, and without our roots we could not survive.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Dr. Estino, how do you evaluate the development and achievements that have been witnessed in Egypt in the field of agriculture recently?
You know, the development and achievement in agriculture is enormous, from desert reclamation projects like this project of the 1.5 million acres, and they are structuring it, which would be solid enough to keep it sustainable and to give an opportunity for new generations. Also, Egypt has plenty of projects with respect to fisheries, and they are trying to develop it more and more by adding an industrial component. Also, projects of the greenhouse, which utilize better the water for reaching a high production with a smaller water amount, and using safe agriculture methods.
Yes, yes. Dr. Estino, how can Egypt, being a member of this agriculture development international fund, act as the land of civilization, where everything thing started in the world, and also the land that taught the world how important is the agriculture, and actually how to make a country, or the basis for agriculture in the world, and how can any country depend economically on on its agriculture?
You know, Egypt has a very long experience.
Yes.
And this funding project, it helps in funding nations, and in addition to supplying nations with knowledge through the FAO.
Yes. Yes, I thank you very much for your time and for your valuable information, Dr. Ramzi Estino, Egypt's Agriculture Chancellor in Italy. Thank you very much for having you with us over the phone. This is a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be back with you.